This message is about a reconnection, is what's coming through. And I'm seeing the bridge, so it could be a bridge of a communication, bridging the gap, bridging the distance, something like this. So let's see who wants to come through. I'm seeing someone driving across a bridge as well. 8 of Cups. Okay, so this could be something where there was a walk away. So strength. Okay, but it had to happen because changes need to be made. I'm hearing someone just wasn't prepared for what they were met with. You know, they felt like they weren't in their power with whatever this is. 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. I'm hearing streaming in, like streaming through. So I feel like it's been quite a process. I'm seeing, you know, like raindrops pouring down a window. I'm sure I've seen that before with this card as well, which is interesting. So maybe that the reading that resonates too for you. But yeah, okay, Page of Pentacles, King of Cups. Someone's been truly working on embracing their power, developing their skills, their emotional mastery. It's like someone, I'm hearing 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing someone wants to kind of, you know, root down. But it's taken them a while to really release whatever it was that was, it's almost like they were dependent on something. I don't know if this was some kind of a substance or something. Maybe to do with money as well. Like they were reliant on something. And now it's kind of, yeah. And I think that this walking away was done in a reluctant way here. They didn't want, I think that, well, a part of them, you know, was going to walk away, but there was a part of them that didn't want to. So there's a reason that happened. But I do feel like this is somebody who had some pulls, like on their energy, that I honestly feel like I'm seeing the addictions. I really am seeing addictions with this specifically. This is what I feel like they've been getting more of that strength back, their power back, right? Over whatever this is, okay? Yeah, 9 of Swords. Mental anguish. Ace of Pentacles, good, yeah. So that trickling in makes sense. So it's kind of like this, I'm hearing there was a promise made. So something was said, like it's almost like someone said something, almost like a statement of intent or something that's coming through, but they didn't keep that promise. But it's like within them, they were keeping it, but there was something outside them. It was like they were being drained. You know, I'm not sure they saw it like this, but they were feeding into whatever this is. I'm seeing, you know, like those feeding tubes in like, yeah, I'm seeing, it's really interesting. Someone's been, yeah, 9 of Pentacles. They've been releasing themselves of whatever this is. Got the Empress at the bottom of the deck as well. They're releasing themselves from whatever this, like, it's almost like just, almost like waiting for something to come through, right? And give you stability in whatever it is. But it's like someone's finally found the stability within themselves. And now it's like they're seeing their worth and their power. And they're really stepping into that. Which is good. Others are seeing this too in them, okay? As they're seeing this, others are too. 9 could be significant here, number 6. King of Cups. This King of Cups could be traveling right now. But they're certainly experiencing a transition when it comes to their emotional space. Okay. They're seeing themselves in a more mature kind of space where, you know, there could be someone who others come to for advice a lot, especially kind of, I'm getting this feminine energies specifically. So maybe, you know, they're seen as someone who's trustworthy, you know, emotionally available to hold that capacity for others. But when it comes to their own personal situation, I think that's been not been the full case. I think that there's been drains here for a reason. So it's not like they've been completely incapable. It's just they've had other drains that were kind of taking the priority. And it's not even like this is what they wanted. It's just the way that it was happening. Okay, got the Chariot. So there is forward movement. So it's kind of like, yes, that walking away did happen. That decision was made. But someone is looking back at what they walked away from. And they're seeing things very differently. Lovers at the bottom of the deck there, okay? Yeah, this is what I was saying. In like this state of conflict. It's like mentally, they've been exhausted. Whatever they've been going through, they have been exhausted mentally. They've been tested. Like their resilience, their patience, it's been tested. Got the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck. 6 of Cups, Queen of Wands, a Hermit. Yeah, and then the King of Wands in the World. Yeah, someone's definitely reflecting on what they walked away from, but again, it's kind of like their inner demons were the struggle, the battle they have to fight here. And again, I'm seeing the addictions, right? The Wheel kind of wanted to come through as well, that one. The Wheel, the 2 of Cups. Wow, okay. Yeah, someone's definitely finding alignment when it comes to, like the alignment of what they're here for, who they're here for, their purpose and their person. It's kind of making more sense, and they're really becoming ready for this. But with this Wheel, it's almost like it's been trickling in. Then there was a seed planted, and now suddenly it's like going to take a whole turn, a whole new chapter suddenly. Okay, which is going to be what opens up this space for this 2 of Cups energy to come through. The Hanged Man. Yeah, that's someone who's been patient and waiting. But they haven't been patient and just waiting and sitting. They've literally been working on themselves. They've been reclaiming their power, whoever this is. I feel like this could be a feminine energy who's been reclaiming her power from whoever walked away from her. And then it's that person who walked away who's been in that trickling energy, the working on whatever it is and the draining. And now they're finally finding that space where they're going to have that whole new chapter and this alignment can come through, right? More so, especially on an emotional level. So I've got the Page of Cups now as well. When someone moves on their emotions on their person, this King of Cups, when he moves in his emotions for his own, kind of following his heart, he's not very good at doing it. He's not very good at communicating his emotion. He might seem quite emotionally distant or detached, maybe avoidant. This is someone who generally doesn't know how to communicate their emotions because they haven't understood how to feel their emotions, truly. I think that's someone who's not wanted to feel their emotions, actually. So there's been something that's been beneath the surface. Something that they haven't addressed, right? This is why they've been going through that exhaustion now. It makes sense because clearly it's been coming up for them to address. That's why this transition's taking place for them, on an emotional level specifically. Oh my God, look what they're preparing for. 10 of Cups. And then we've got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck as well. Wow. 10 of Cups. So I feel like this is someone who might have it kind of, like their abundance and like physically their environment, money, whatever it is, their career, whatever. It might be more stable. And like on that level, they might feel like they're more prepared for that 10 of Cups energy, for, creating this togetherness, this unit I'm seeing, where there's emotional safety and just being held together, right? Because I feel like they're able to more provide for that on a physical sense, like they can provide the environment, they can provide the resources, that again though feels like that's part of the trickling in, right? So they're feeling more like that now than they had before, but they're still mastering the emotional connection in terms of communication specifically. Okay, that's specific. That's why this reconnection thing's coming through. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Talk about, yeah, this trickling in energy is real. But again, it's going to be something that is confirmed as steady, as stable. So however long it's been taking, 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I think someone's at 7 of Cups again. I think someone's had to deal with a lot of... I just keep hearing substances, truly. So it could be substances. It could also be maybe other people pulling on their energy, temptations, that kind of thing. Could even be that lusty energy. It's just come through as well. King of Wands, yeah. Confirmation. I think that there might be something to do with sexual energy here as well. The Sun at the bottom of the deck, they're breaking free, they're literally reclaiming their power as well, which is funny because I feel like this could be a mirroring thing, as the feminine energy has been reclaiming her power from this person who walked away. and seeing her worth and stepping into her own. So as she's doing that, the masculine energy is reclaiming his power too, and remembering his happiness, remembering his power, you know, that divine masculine, the sun, that is the sun, you know. Which again is what's helping them to, okay, wanted to come through the Four of Wands, 1111. I'm hearing marriage, specifically sacred marriage there. So maybe marriage is something that's on someone's mind, but certainly union energies are coming through here. But again, feel like this is about finding that inner union, and also that mirroring energy here feels quite prominent here. And I don't think that you might realize this is what's taking place, okay? It's taking place in a way where you're actually helping each other to heal, to overcome whatever this, the tower, oh my God. Yeah, to handle these towers. Let's find out more about that tower as well, because I feel like, you know, there could have been a promise of that, you know, that stability, but, so it's, something's, okay, so someone's stuck on whatever happened, you know, this reconnection, whatever happened in the past that they've been reflecting on, right? But also kind of, I also feel like they were stuck for a long time on situations that were destructive for them. And getting the energy of that codependency is what that's giving, okay? Yeah, Three of Swords. Heartbreak. I think for a long time this has been something they've been needing to overcome, including, and this is probably why they you know, chose those unhealthy behaviors. And I think also that I also feel like this is something that they thought constantly on, even whenever they wanted to like reconnect or whatever. This is what they kept coming back to, the tower that took place, the tower, that not just what happened but how it affected them internally, what came up for them. The tree, grounded, fertility as well. So it feels like quite abundant as well, this tree, you know. Health, vitality, roots. Yeah, that was coming before. That was when I was saying that somebody really wants to, like, you know, they want to create now that stability, personal growth, past lives, evolving, connection to source, divine. Yeah, man at the bottom of the deck as well. Generally that's masculine energy, just as a symbol, okay. Oh my God, this is it. The sun, yes, big yes energy, divine masculine energy. They want this now. They want this. They want to be grounded. They want this union. I think that they've thought a lot about, this is why they've been exhausted as well. They've been thinking a lot about what happened in the past and the heartbreak. They've been trying to understand it, but they're also understanding that there's something about their accountability, okay? So there's pride on this card as well. So it could be that that's something they're actually acknowledging about themselves, okay? There's warmth, something about the daytime. So maybe, you know, you might reconnect in the daytime, or maybe the last time you saw each other was something specific about the daytime, maybe the sun in the sky or something. Victory, happy, climax, energy, fulfilled, power, success, vigor. Divine masculine. It's really beautiful, that card, actually. It's like that power, that energy, you know. The sacral chakras come through, but also the solar plexus could have been taking a lot of kind of purging. Okay, the solar plexus specifically, Manipura. The bear, number 15 here as well, that's important. And number 31 there as well. So the CEO, judge, finances, mama bear, protective, strong, large, muscular, rich, affluence. That's what I was saying. It feels like that energy is kind of like they've got that down a bit, you know, that kind of being able to provide more on that level, you know, when it comes to money or like just environment or something. Yeah, Lily at the bottom of the deck as well, number 30, saying established, ambition, longevity, mature, career, driven. So they could be somebody very ambitious and driven, and this is what's been their focus. And now it's kind of like they're thinking about their emotions more on that side of things, that fertility, that grounded connection, coffin. So this could be the end that happened here, and that needed to happen, you know, that cycle that you were both in. But also someone could have experienced some kind of unexpected loss, okay? They've had to really something about grief, healing through grief has been important. They've been feeling down and out about whatever this was. I think that they were also feeling quite down and out about this connection for a while. They thought that it was done. Yeah, that was it. It was ended. They thought that's it. They honestly thought that was it, basically. Okay. And now we've had the key and the anchor come out together, and the woman at the bottom of the deck, feminine energy generally, key and anchor, key number 33 as well. So it's like they're finding the solution to something. It's like they didn't even see a door there before, now they're finding the key to the door to open it. Okay, yeah, intelligence. They're breaking out. They're finding more clarity. They're paying more attention. I think before they were so lost within like this inability to understand what's happening inside them. Okay, now it's kind of like with that clarity comes this answer, 35, number 9 as well. Stable, enduring, solid. That gives giving the energy of the tree and the bear as well. This is quite, it's like aligned here. There's definitely someone who's dependable and reliable, someone you can really count on to be there. Okay, secure, long-lasting, persists, fortitude, advantage, willpower. I think I said that. So yeah, this is going to be someone, I think that maybe they're going to be quite different to what was left in the past. This is how the change has been created. Let's see. I think this is also something to do with the transition they've been going through. Okay, interesting. So we've got uprooted here, number 29. Yeah, there's definitely been a radical break from the past, deep changes, interruption, displays. I think this will happen, separation. You're in separation right now, but there's an opportunity coming. Number 12, the megaphone. The megaphone, speaking your truth, being heard, increasing your visibility, speaking up, bold, major announcement, spotlight. Maybe you've got an announcement coming up or something that's really like in newsworthy or something, right? Something about publishing could be coming through as well, so it's like just being heard more. Okay, white feather at the bottom of the deck. Maybe you've seen a white feather recently. Someone wants to be heard though. Oh my god, they do. The drums, self-expression to their own rhythm as well, not just something that they've been told. This is like their authentic expression here. Self-expression, be bold. Again, bold. This is about being bold, and that King of Wands is bold. And then we also have that sun. That's like, hello, here I am. That's bold, right? Not afraid to shine. In this specific reading, it's to do with their communication, their voice, okay? Being heard again, communicate, negotiate. Yeah, balance, wanting to come, again, reconnection. Sending a clear message. It's important for this clarity here to come through. None of these mixed signals, none of this hiding back on your emotion, clear message. Clear message is going to be important here. Speaking your mind. And that's going to be a two-way thing with love always, because there might be people in the background here. Okay, bird and a wire. There's manipulative, secrets, talking behind your back, news traveling fast. Be mindful of who you're speaking to about whatever this reconnection is, or this person. Just be really mindful, because I think this might have been a block in the past, okay? People in the back just like gossip and just being untrustworthy, whatever that energy is. So and maybe if this is like a personal thing, maybe if you are putting yourself out there more to be heard and expanding your voice and being heard by more people, there might be, people from your past as well who have an opinion, and they'll be talking, but your focus is you. Yeah. Spiritual hygiene, always. Ring of Keys, number 27. Change of heart. Change of heart. Freedom. Multiple choices. New beginnings. A transition. You're in control. You're more in control now. Especially this King of Wands energy. Power. Hidden knowledge. You might be sharing some kind of hidden knowledge as well. Maybe that's relevant for you. And maybe that's where all this gossip is coming from. Maybe people think, oh my god, who's this person become, Crazy. Winding road. Taking the long way. Self-discovery. Patience. Explore. Self-growth. Leisure pace. Yeah. Again, adventure as well. Exploring. Being flexible. Okay, foggy glasses. There's been there's been so much distortion with all the people that were like opinions, like so many opinions. I think this, if anything, it was opinions of this the emotionally intelligent head and heart balance was what someone was lacking. They were listening to other people. That's where their change of heart came from, way more influence from. So it's like someone's finding their voice. They're finding their voice again, and they want to speak their truth. Okay, but they are still quite anxious, and I think it's because of whatever happened in the past. You know, there hasn't been clarity with that though. That's the thing. That's why that foggy glasses came out. You know, you haven't had a clarity conversation, which is what I usually call it. That's why there's been so many opinions. You know, really, they shouldn't have been speaking to other people about this. They should have been speaking to you, because other people will be influenced by their side of the story, or whatever you want to call it, and that can be influenced by this person's emotional, you know, eruption with this tower, right? So it's kind of like, it's not clarity, but look what's in the light bulb, illumination, enlightenment. That's clarity coming through, an aha moment. Okay, number 26 could be important. Yeah, realize, epiphany, illumination, invention, intellect, reveal, breakthrough, discovery. I think whoever this is who listens to others is having quite a discovery about, because as they're clearing through what's been holding them back, you know, internally, it's like their emotional space, their capacity emotionally is opening, and they're really seeing things for what they are, you know, including whoever they were listening to. Because if you're listening to like this, what that's coming through as just like gossiping and untrustworthy people talking behind your back, then that's like a major warning sign about someone, that they're listening to people like that anyway to begin with. Woman, oh, it could be a female energy. So they're having like this enlightened moment about this divine feminine energy, definitely, but it could have been some kind of feminine energy who was talking to them, giving them, maybe they thought it was advice, but it wasn't. It was just, and you know, it's really, they need to be mindful, because this could have been someone who themselves could have been jealous of this feminine energy that they want to move towards, that they connect this divine feminine. That's come through as well. Archer, on target, aim. Yeah, go to guy or gal. They went to somebody. Wow. Matchmaker. So they could have tried to try and fix them up with someone else or something, or whatever. Something about that. Implementing a strategy, precise, focus. But I also feel like this is somebody that's very masculine energy who's trying to implement a strategy when it comes to this divine feminine. Okay. Number 17, stepping stones, process of arrival, step-by-step, baby steps. Again, spiritual growth, that's coming through a lot here, through all of these personal growth, spiritual growth, and that's clear in these tarot as well, okay? Keep on going. There's progress being made here. That's why that winding road came through as well, because it's not just being like from A to B, you know, it's literally like all these different turns and, you know, tangents and whatever. Mortar and pestle, 10. This is giving the energy as well. Someone was in the background trying to mix, create, I don't know, maybe there was coming out some kind of spell work or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's time to do something different. Alchemy, medicine. Yeah. Someone could also be looking into like taking some kind of medicine right now as well. Again, look at all these stones that are coming through. Maybe a beach is important to you. Maybe you're at a beach. Maybe you're listening to this at a beach. Balance, number 5. Centered, meditate. Flow, feeling complete. It's just right. Well-being, equality. Yeah, that's that medicine energy that was coming through. So it's kind of like they're finding that. That's what that spiritual growth is as well. They're probably engaging in spiritual practices. That's really oh my God, the bridge. The reconnection, that's the bridge I was seeing. Yeah, bridge, communicate, unite, connecting, integrate, sharing, collaboration, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. That's because someone's finally really investing in their own healing journey. That's why that spiritual growth and spiritual healing is coming through. You know, and I think that they've been more enlightened to this because of the divine feminine energy as well. Something about that. You know, they're like, this is the divine feminine energy has illuminated a lot in their life. Truly. This is why they've changed so much, you know. But also why they don't want to kind of just let that go, because it means a lot to them. Ooh, Phoenix. Wow. Big transformation. Lion as well at the bottom of the deck. Leo season could be significant. 24. Death, rebirth, immortal, catalytic heart awakening. As soon as I heard immortal, I've heard like this connection in itself. Connections are, they're all serve a purpose. Every connection you have, it's all written, and your soul has already agreed to it. It's quite profound when you think about it, truly, every little encounter. But this specifically, this connection, rising up from the ashes, total transformation, complete renewal, that could very well be this connection as well. Number 17 for the Lion could be important. Wow. Powerful. There's a lot of, I'm getting like with the Sun, the light bulb, the King of Wands, a lot of fiery kind of fire and water could be. Grasshopper, number 5 again. So 5s could be important, okay? So leap of faith. Sudden change. Again, there's that sudden change of heart, sudden change, transformation. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry. Prosperity. That's prosperity lies ahead. It does. You've got that affluence energy as well coming through, okay? Birth of a son. That could be something that needs to be spoken about. Maybe I'm seeing something to do with that gossip with that as well. So, but there's been some kind of false information or just trying to manipulate someone based on their emotions, okay? Moving on. Yeah, much more easygoing energy. The Swans at the bottom of the deck, that's a twin flame card. So you could resonate with that. Definitely divine counterpart energy as well coming through. Yeah, someone's becoming more easygoing in their approach as well. Or they're going to be. That's why that transformation is huge. It's like they're going to be unrecognizable. Elephants. Again, overcoming obstacles. That's really important here. Keeping your wits about you as well. So someone's not, they're not taking any ignorance forward. They're learning their lessons, truly. They're seeing who and what is around them. Could be having interesting dreams right now. Number 13. That is today. Today's today's 14. I knew that, but still. Anyway, telepathy, support. Maybe it's the 13th when you're watching this. Trust, powerful, wise. And then we've got the raccoon at the bottom of the deck. I'll just do another one and see if there's any more animal guides here, okay? This is that owl. That's what I was saying. Seeing past the facades now, truly. Loons. Going all in for what you love. Manifesting your deepest desires. Uncommon bonds. Could be very different to each other, okay? Wasn't expected. Reawakening lost hope. That's also that key as well, that reawakening that lost hope, Something like family could be important here. Seeing past the facade of family is what's coming through as well. I didn't even notice this card that was upturned there. The lion did come out. I don't know how I didn't notice that. Lion, very relevant. Beautiful. Bold, brave. That's given the King of Wands as well, actually. Bold, brave, devoted, heart-centered, important, proud, courageous. That pride again. That's come through again. Leadership. Yeah, again, that boss, a bear. Majestic, high self-esteem, inner strength, confidence. Someone's developed their high self-esteem. They've had to develop that in order to be able to get to this point where they can express their truth, express themselves, inner strength, confidence. Wow. Something's going to take courage for someone. However this manifests, there might be quite an audience that you both have, wanting to know about what's happening. Maybe just keeping up with you both as well. Maybe there's some kind of, someone has a platform or something, especially with that megaphone. Maybe they have quite a wide reach or something. And this is like the people who are going to want to know what's happening, Scorpio, death, breakup, ending, total overhaul, letting go. Something's important about that. Tower, Mars. It's Aries energy as well, with that Mars, Tower energy. And Scorpio. Tower is Scorpio. Upheaval, sudden change, action. Also following your desires is important here. So it's kind of like there's a total overhaul. And the towers come out twice now. That's a big deal. Someone's gone through something sudden has truly taken place. And it's sudden and unexpected, okay? And it's kind of been heartbreaking, especially with that coffin energy. I think something's come to an end or there's been some kind of loss, okay? And this is actually igniting a change in somebody, igniting a new direction that they truly want to take. They don't want to take the long road anymore is what I'm getting, okay? Autumn time could be important within 1 to 2 weeks. Air signs as well could be important within 1 to 2 weeks. I'm seeing that change of direction, within 1 to 2 weeks. Rerouting onto the path, right? The Venus card, that's the Empress. Again, the feminine energy is coming through a lot in these cards. In the tarot, it was a masculine, so I feel like it's, really inspired by this beautiful divine feminine energy, attraction, beauty, charm, love, pleasure. Venus could be important for somebody as well. Maybe your Venus sign is important. Venus sign could be important, okay? Pleasure. Choosing love again, choosing pleasure again. Aquarius energy at the bottom of the deck, there's a star. Hope again, a wish. Yeah. It's like, yeah, someone for a long time, they were in this, like, oh, it did come out. They were in this, like, constant, like, just, this is why they were mentally exhausted as well. Like, nothing was certain. Everything was always, like, it could have been an upheaval. That's so many things going on that they were just so drained that this is why they kept going towards whatever that energy is that was just trickling in and not allowing them to, truly go in for what they want. But that's that wheel is turning, remember, okay? So inspiration, hope, faith, healing, altruism. That's with that tower. So whatever they experience, that loss, that grief, it's truly bringing through a renewed hope, renewed sense of faith, okay? Virgo energy can be important here as well, okay? And, okay, Virgo season as well. It's coming through. The Hanged Man, that's again come through. But this has been something, there's a Neptune card as well. So Neptune obviously is in retrograde. So again, with that owl energy, removing the facade, the illusions are lifting. They've been in an illusionary state for a while, especially for whatever this separation is. We had that separation come through as well, right? On the cards, that's happened. And it's finally like someone was like escaping the truth of this. And now they're finally seeing past all of that. And they're seeing it as BS, basically. Again, the twin flame card at the bottom of the deck. It's been at the bottom of the deck twice now, but it's not coming out on the table. And I think that's because that's not the focus. The focus is honing in on whatever this is that's happening right now, really paying attention to that and not getting drawn into and caught up in labels and, people's opinions, truly. Your truth. About honouring that and learning that, trusting that, okay? Springtime could be important. Gemini energy could be important as well, okay? I think within 4 to 8 weeks, I feel like whatever's happening within 4 to 8 weeks or the next 2 months, right? It's going to be this is going to be the total like overhaul that's taking place. And it could be to do with the feminine energy here, right? That pleasure is coming back, that love. The moon, the high priestess, the illusion that's come out with the illusions. Intuition, inner knowing, following your inner knowing, secrets, silence. There has been silence and there are secrets that someone has not yet spoken on. I say secrets, it's just things that have been happening that, maybe they were the cause of the separation, but they certainly were taking place during separation, okay? The Chariot, again, Cancer energy, willpower, determination, success, action. I'm telling you, someone's really, with this element of fire as well, expect the unexpected. When I say someone's going to have this sudden burst of energy and it's going to come through, that's literally what this is feeling like, truly. And it's not even going to be in a sense, like the Knight of Wands, and it's like coming in and out, impulsive, doing what I want, when I want, getting what I want. It's not that kind of energy. It's more like suddenly this like surge of like, confidence and courage. That lion is like, the lion inside is going to roar and be like, oh my God, I'm ready, let's go, right? And even then, I'm probably going to be like, whoa, where did that come from after all of this winding road? Sometimes that happens, doesn't it? You have this sudden like shift within you, and it's like one of the best feelings, and you're just ready and you're doing it, you're going, you know what I mean? And it's not even like that impulse, it's genuinely you're following your heart. That's beautiful. I also feel like with that big announcement energy, not only is this about the divine masculine wanting to reconnect here, which is what's been coming through in this specific reading, right? Remember to use the discernment when you listen to my readings. But I also feel like the divine feminine might be working towards something, some kind of progress that she's making. She's getting that drive, that ambition, again, that mirroring energy, right? You're mirroring this in each other in different like ways, to move forwards with this, which is really beautiful because it feels like, again, you're both finding that inner union here. But this did fall to the floor, so this stepping stones is really important. It's like, okay, they don't need to do like 0 to 100. Like Chariot can sometimes just go, and it's like full speed ahead, and it's just like, falls over. So it's kind of like balance is going to be important here majorly, okay? So you focus on your well-being as well. That's internal as well. You've got to allow yourself to feel that wholeness, not try to exhaust yourself or even validate yourself from external forces or anything like that, okay? And be aware. Be aware. So whatever's happening around you, make sure that within you you're feeling as centered as possible. So stay on top of your practices. It's going to be important moving forwards. Feels like a lot of action is coming, I'll be honest, okay? Especially over the next 2 months, okay? From like now, it says 1 to 2 weeks to the next 2 months, basically. So there's forward movement, okay? But it's coming with the endings of the old or whatever's happening there. You know, there's that process, and then this big yes energy, this big beautiful phoenix energy, transformation, power, okay? Passions just come through as well, so maybe it's like that energy of following your passions, your desire, okay? But also remembering that doesn't mean that you'll be on an end all, with or without. You're complete, you're centered, you're whole. I just wanted to find out moving forwards, what can you expect? Also, there's a message coming through that someone's regaining their control over whatever these like gossipers or untrustworthy talking behind your back energies were. Just like, I just feel like this is someone they're regaining their power. They've got better things to do than other people, clearly. Haven't, oh my God. You know, everyone's on their healing journeys in their own way, but it just feels really, it's not nice, this energy. So whatever this was, it's like someone's really recognizing. And don't forget, readers will take on the energy of who they're reading for, okay? So whatever's come through, it's come through for a reason. You must be responding like this, okay? So moving forwards, 4 of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the Empress. Empress has come out again. So when I say someone is really been honing in on that healing energy, and they're really opening up this new path where they're going to be in their power. And we've also got the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the 6 of Wands, the Page of Swords. So I feel like that's that communication between the King and Queen of Wands. King and Queen of Cups. And there's going to be something successful about that, provided that you stay in your alignment, provided that you really honor your well-being as you do this, okay, and each other's, you know. So again, from the heart space, right? But this divine feminine energy, when I say she's going to go from quiet to being seen, and in the most beautiful way, because I feel like this is a path of purpose. You know, and this is, again, with that mirroring energy, this is what's going to bring that alignment with each other. It's kind of like that healing within, you know. So it's, as a divine feminine energy is healing within, she's leading in the energetic emotional space, right, for the divine masculine to really see this and open up that door as well, those opportunities and making those decisions, you know, no longer being in that winding road, finding more clarity, seeing through the, you know, illusions and stuff. So I feel like that Phoenix could very well with this beautiful divine feminine energy as well, okay? Truly coming through. This is what I think is going to ignite that divine masculine to get, you know, that line energy I was about, suddenly like just go, like I need to speak, I need to go, I need to do this, you know. And again, it's going to be heart-led. That's what makes all the difference here. This is a heart-led journey now. It's a big deal and very specific for whoever this message is for, okay? No more ego, no more pride. Let me know if this message is for you. Also, having said that, you know, when those things do come up, it's about recognizing them and facing that and asking yourself, okay, where's that coming from? Not allowing that to take control, take the reins, okay? The reins are from your heart space, right? Your truth, your divine love, your divine truth. I split the deck as well. I'm just going to end the reading, but I split the deck. We've got the Lovers here, the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the Emperor. So when I say once this divine feminine energy steps into her leadership role and moves forward with whatever this is that she's moving forward, she's being heard, she's being seen, right? After that internal healing, so she feels it's that nervous system. She can regulate her nervous system. Her nervous system can handle this now. That's the difference. In the past, there was a lot that she had to work through, right? The divine masculine is seeing this and is ready, saying, literally seeing their dreams in action. That's what it feels like. Truly, it's not even an exaggeration. It's like it's going to lead them to this. You know, the Lovers card. They're truly going to make that decision from the heart space. Again, the Sun wanted to show through as well. This is just powerful, powerful, powerful. Truly. So this is coming into alignment, okay? And it's coming into alignment in a way where it's sacred. Yeah, it's not from that wounded space anymore. You've been honoring that healing that was coming through. That's why that renewed faith is going to come through. Yeah, that hope again. Let me know if this beautiful message, powerful, was for you, okay? Sending so much love.